June 20th, Tuesday, 2:05 in the afternoon. Dow Jones is up pretty good today, 740 points. Last night I went to the Chicago concert with the Beach Boys, Brian Wilson. Good concert, good music. I like both those groups forever. Chicago and Beach Boys, greatest groups in America forever. Their music, pretty hot. And then there were people sitting in my chairs. I was in the back row. I guess I was in the shade or something, but they all got up without a problem. One of them said, "In five taller." Some girl. She was sitting in my chair, then she came back. I guess her friends were there. They were all sitting there, and she was taller than me, some female. Just standing there. Well, in five taller. Well, in me, issue per issue. So I didn't get into it with her. It's like, this is my seat. I paid for it. This is my ticket. You want to sit here. I said, if you want to sit here, I'll sell you my dryer sheet. I found it in my armpit in my shirt. And, I didn't take it out until I was been wearing it here. And I'll sell it to you for $1 million, and you can sit here if you want to. I don't care. And she was kind of laughing. Everybody's like, was kind of joking around with this woman. And she wasn't taller than me. Well, and five taller, older. Somebody else was saying taller, older. Means nothing to me. Not for pro hedge fund money, not for money. You don't get any special privileges because you're taller than me or older than me. If you think I bow to you and let you become my boss, you're insane. Unless you're paying me $1 million a second, money talks. You start paying me what I say and we sign a contract, even then it's a contract agreement. You just don't assume anything with me. You're an idiot. If you think you're better than me because you're taller or older, I think that just means you're an idiot. But if you're an idiot, you're an idiot. Compared to me, you're an idiot. There are people with higher ACT scores than me, higher GMAT. Somebody was saying GMAT. I was wearing my private hedge fund t-shirt last night. Guess some people knew who I am. One girl was sitting there saying he lipped. I was thinking she had something to do with Merrill Lynch, like she knew who I am, and that's something to do with. I wasn't happy. I don't like anybody that talks about Merrill Lynch. You're gonna get me pissed off. And if you insult me or whatever. Or maybe she was trying to tempt me to try to pick her up while she was there with another guy. Again, I don't like that bullshit either. I don't like girls trying to tempt me to pick them up or something when they're with other guys. That's not how I play. I don't want to mess with that stupid bullshit either. So I'm $5 billion a year hedge fund paycheck past due since kindergarten because the punks at the stockbrokers and the license office in the PICO said my degrees don't matter, so they are flunk out of kindergarten equivalents. I guess I was telling somebody last night he was acting kind of crazy. Doing Uber. Oh yeah, took him to a hotel. His wife had the FBI after him or something, and he was talking pretty crazy. I don't know if he's drunk. He had a pretty cool looking house, all lit up with lights. I thought it was pretty cool, but he was talking crazy. But different than everybody else. So you want to talk about being taller or older? Means very little to nothing to me. What's your education in ACT percent? That's what matters. Your degrees in ACT percent. That's what matters. For that $5 billion a year hedge fund paycheck license, paycheck precedent, business license precedent. So yeah, Merrill Lynch, you owe me $1 trillion. Smith Barney, Payne Weber $1 trillion. The Plaza $1 trillion. Oppenheimer $1 trillion. Police $1 trillion. Courthouse $1 trillion. And paycheck $5 billion a year since kindergarten diploma because punks disrespected me and said my degrees don't matter. Well, the punks, Smith Barney and Payne Weber gave me some bullshit test and said I flunked it, and then they started, making up shit to have me thrown in jail for whatever. And judges backed it up because they're all fucking dumbass punks. It's $1 trillion for each, and each of them gets executed and just put out in the street as an example of punks. What happens to them? So, minimum wage for me is $5 billion a year with those degrees. Period. past due since '85, no doubt, and past due since kindergarten from these punks where they've disrespected, telling me my degrees don't matter. And I'm sure they murdered my real dad and had some identity thief look like steal his identity, and all the chumps and dumbasses go along with it. His mom called me a chump. She said so many things I can recall from my life. That she was an actress, she was a liar, she was a fucking idiot. And the dad who lived his life after my college was a fucking idiot. You can only know idiots when you're dealing with them one-on-one. One-on-one with real issues, and you know whether people are real or not. I'm real. And I own these places where they set up trespassing. And we go back to an owner's an owner, the law's the law. If you own the place, you do whatever you want to, so they owe me $1 trillion. Then you go back to just because you own a place doesn't mean you get a paycheck. You're no different than everybody else, so those degrees necessitate $5 billion minimum wage for me. Perfect logic. Perfect. Pure perfectness. One thing leads to another. Ford or GM, you can pay me $5 billion a year. Give me a $1 billion mansion in Hawaii. I'll work from my mansion in Hawaii at $1 billion a month, $5 billion a year. I haven't had any altercations with you people. You're based in Detroit, and I frankly don't want to go work in a Kansas City plant unless you're paying me $1 billion a month. I don't want to work anywhere, period. I don't like anything. Walmart, $1 billion a month. I don't want to work in Walmart. I'll be the chairman for $1 billion a month. Sprint, $1 billion a month. T-Mobile, $1 billion a month because of Sprint. United Telecom. All the issues, inherited, precedented, they're all relevant, they all matter. And I don't like punks telling me what don't matter. Punks who say my degrees don't matter, put them in steel cages out in the street, put them in a zoo, let people go feed them peanuts, but let them beg for their lives in their steel cages and treat them like the flunk out of kindergarten animals they are, and they should not be allowed in public to have any sort of position of responsibility to judge and to disrespect like they've done. It's not acceptable. Boom. Boom, boom. Yeah, that's what's acceptable.